Hello my dear friends, welcome to ED. So in my previous video we were seeing a funny love story and there was a conversation happening between Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura. They were fighting at the beginning and later on they developed a little bit friendship. Now Don Gonzalo is introducing himself that he is from Valencia and Donna Laura is a little bit surprised. So let's see why she surprised. Let's continue the unit. Donna Laura, you are means she's asking, are you from Valencia? Okay. Now Don Gonzalo, I was brought up there and there I spent my early youth. Have you ever visited that city? Now Don Gonzalo is saying that he was born and brought up, he was brought up in Valencia and he also spent his early youth in Valencia only. And he's also asking whether she know the place Valencia. Okay, now Don Laura is replying, yes, senor, means yes, sir. Not far from Valencia, there was a villa that, if still there, should retain memories of me. What Donna Lara is replying, yes, sir, I remember the place Valencia, and not much far from that Valencia place, there is a big villa. Villa means duplex home, okay? Now, she is saying that if she have some memories of that place, and if that villa is still there, and in that villa she's having some memories. I spent several seasons there. It was many years ago. She's saying that she had already spent few years in that villa and that was very old, many years ago. Now, it was near sea, hidden away among lemon and orange trees. What she is saying, that villa is near sea and is surrounded by lemon and orange trees. They called it, let me see, what did they call it? Mercila. Now she is trying to remember the place Mercila. Mercila is a place little bit far from Valencia, and in that Mercila there was a villa where Donna Laura had some memories because she had spent some years, and that was many years ago. Clear till here? Now, Don Gonzalo, bracket, in bracket they have given startled, and he's surprised. Startled means surprised. Why is he surprised? Mercila. After listening to Mercila, he is surprised. Let's see why is he surprised. Donna Laura, Mercila. Is that name familiar to you? Donna Laura is asking Don Gonzalo, do you know the place Mercila? So Don Gonzalo, yes, very familiar. If my memory serves me right, for we forget as we grow old. There lived in the villa the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, and I assure you I have seen many. Let me see, what was her name? Laura Lorenta. Now, till here, I'll say you what is happening with Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura. At the beginning, they were completely strangers when they entered the park, correct? Now, they started quarreling at the beginning, correct? Now, when the story continued, they started to develop little bit friendship after taking pinch of snuff, and they sneezed 3 times, correct? Now, Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo have common things. What are they? they sneeze 3 times, and they also read the books which is related to sad stories. Correct? And they both have the same taste of reading the stories. And the theme of the story is sad stories. Correct? Now, at the beginning of the chapter, I had told that what kind of story is this? It is a romantic, funny story. Correct? And I had also told that why is it funny? Because the lovers in this story who were separated during young age are now going to meet after many years and act as if they don't know each other. Now they both are none other than Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura. When they were young, they were in love with each other, but they were separated due to some circumstances. Okay, now still they don't know that they both were the same couple. That is why they are getting surprised when Donna Laura told about Mercila, the place near Valencia. Don Gonzalo got surprised. And now Don Gonzalo is saying about Laura Lorenta. So Donna Laura is getting surprised. Correct? Now we'll see the real funny part. They both are the same lovers who are now meeting after many years, and their age is 70 and they are old. And that is why they are pretending to remember things, but actually they remember the place. And when Donna Laura is saying about the Mercila place and about that villa, she is talking about herself. Okay? And when Don Gonzalo is talking about the lover of that Laura Lorenta, he is talking about himself. But they both don't want to reveal themselves. Okay? Now we'll see the funny part. We'll continue. Now, I had completed till here. Now, Donna Laura, she's surprised. Laura Lorenta? She is startled, means surprised. So, Don Gonzalo, yes. Now, they look at each other intently, means carefully. Now, they both have something familiar, right? They are surprised. What is She is thinking whatever he's saying is related to me, and Don Gonzalo is thinking that whatever she is talking is related to him. That is why they are shocked and surprised and acting as if they don't know. The next line is saying the same thing. Donna Laura recovering herself means she had gone to flashback of herself at that villa waiting for her lover. That is why the recovering herself means she is coming to the present time and she's saying nothing. You remind me of my best friend. Now she's saying that her best friend he's making remember about her best friend, and that best friend is none other than Laura Lorenta. Donna Laura is Laura Lorenta, but she don't want to reveal herself. That is why she's saying, yeah, you remember how you made me remember about my best friend. Now, Don Gonzalo, how strange. How strange means Don Gonzalo is feeling, how can I make you remember about your best friend? He's getting that strange thought. Now, Donna Laura, it is strange. She was called the Silver Maiden. Now, Donna Laura is saying about that her friend, okay, her friend was Laura Lorenta, and she was called as the Silver Maiden. Okay, so Don Gonzalo, precisely. Yes, means yes, definitely. Yes, she was called the Silver Maiden. By that name, she was known in that locality. In that locality means in Mercila, where she used to stay in that villa, in that locality, she was called as Silver Maiden because she was so beautiful, young lady. Okay, I seem to see her as if she were before me now, at that window with the red roses. Do you remember that window? So at the young age, what Laura used to do, she used to stand at the window, okay, at the upstairs, first floor. Think that she's waiting at the first floor at the window, and she is having a red rose in her hand. So Don Gonzalo remember that situation. Okay, even he don't want to reveal his identity, and even Donna Laura, even she don't want to reveal her identity. So she's saying that Donna Laura is saying that Laura Lorenta was her best friend. Now, Don Gonzalo is saying that, do you remember that window? Because she was her best friend, as she told. So let's see what Donna Laura will say. Yes, I remember. It was the window of her room. Now she is saying that, yes, I remember, and my friend of about my friend, and my friend used to stand in her room. That was that window was in her room. So Don Gonzalo, she spent many hours there. I mean, in my days. So what Don Gonzalo is saying that when I was young, I remember that she, Laura Lorenta, your friend, okay, your friend used to stand and spend so many hours at that window. So Donna Laura, what she's saying, and in mine too, and she is seeing. Seeing means expression where deep breathe is released in this way, and she's saying that, yeah, in mine, when I was young, even I used to remember in that way. She is saying, but she don't want to reveal her identity. So Don Gonzalo, she now in this entire paragraph, Don Gonzalo is describing how beautiful Laura Lorenta was, the Silver Maiden. Let's see how beautiful she was. Now, Don Gonzalo, she was ideal, fair as lily, jet black hair and black eyes, with an uncommon sweet expression. She seemed to cast radiance wherever she was. Radiance means brightness. She was so beautiful. Her figure was beautiful, perfect. What forms of sovereign beauty God models in human clay. She was a dream. Simple to say, Don Gonzalo is saying that Lara Lorenta, the Silver Maiden, was a dream girl. She was that beautiful. Now, let's see what Donna Laura will say. Now, aside. Aside is given. I'll say you what is the meaning of aside. Okay. In the later part of this unit, you'll see this aside. That is the reason I'm saying you in advance. Aside means in a play. As I told, this unit is complete one act play. In a play or a drama, if a person is talking to himself or if a girl is talking to herself, that situation is called aside. They will not be talking to the other character in the play. They will be talking to themselves, and that talking is happening in their mind. Okay, now Don Gonzalo told how beautiful she was, right? So Donna Laura, what she's saying in her mind, she's saying, if you but knew that dream was now by your side, you would realize what dreams comes true. dreams come true. Okay, so what she is saying is, if you knew what actually had happened with that beautiful girl, then you would understand how that dream girl situation is. In that way, she is talking to herself in her mind. Why? Because Laura Lorenta is none other than Donna Laura, and she is suffering with sad love breakup, right? And she is simply hiding her identity as Don Gonzalo is as hiding his identity. Now, aloud means she's speaking now. She was very unfortunate and had a sad love affair. So, after Don Gonzalo described how beautiful Laura Lorenta was, Donna Laura is saying she was very unfortunate and had a sad love affair, means a breakup. Now, Don Gonzalo, very sad. Now, even he is saying that, oh, so there was a sad love story or what with that Laura Lorenta. It's very sad. So they look at each other. Okay, now Donna Laura, did you hear of it? Now she's asking, did you know about the breakup of the sad love affair of that Laura Lorenta, my friend? Donna Laura is asking. So Don Gonzalo, yes, yes means yes. I remember. I know what had happened with that beautiful girl. He's saying. So Donna Laura, the ways of providence are strange. Providence means fate, fate or luck. So what Donna Laura is saying that luck is really very strange. Why? Because such a beautiful girl she was, who Laura Lorenta he described, right? Even though she was so beautiful, she had a sad love affair. She had a breakup. That is why Donna Laura is saying that fate is really strange. And in her mind, she is saying also about Gonzalo. Gonzalo is none other than the lover of Laura Lorenta. Okay, Laura Lorenta. So in her mind, she's saying that both luck of Laura Lorenta and the luck of Gonzalo is really very strange, because even though Gonzalo and Laura Lorenta were in true love, but they could not marry. Their love story did not be was not successful. Now, let's see what Don Gonzalo will say. The gallant lover in the same affair. Now he's saying about Gonzalo. This person is in mind of Donna Laura. She haven't yet told about Gonzalo. But Don Gonzalo is saying about the gallant lover. The same affair means the same love affair. Love affair between Laura Lorenta and Gonzalo. Now, see, understand, Donna Laura told that Laura Lorenta was her best friend, right? Now, what Don Gonzalo is saying, the lover of Laura Lorenta is his cousin. He'll say, see, the brave, gallant means brave, okay? The gallant lover in the same affair. So, Donna Laura, the duel means she's remembering the fight which had happened. I'll tell you about the fight, okay? Here they have given in this paragraph. I'll say you. So, Don Gonzalo, precisely the duel. The gallant lover was my cousin, of whom I was very fond. Means now Don Gonzalo is saying that her lover, Laura Lorenta's lover, is his cousin. So, see, understand, Laura, Don Gonzalo, and Donna Laura both are lying to each other. Donna Laura is none other than Laura Lorenta, the Silver Maiden, and Don Gonzalo is none other than brave, gallant lover, the lover of Laura Lorenta. but he is pretending and saying lie that he is my cousin. Okay, now we'll see more how funny the story is going to be. So, Donna Laura. Oh, yes, a cousin. My friend told me in one of her letters the story of that affair. Now, Donna Laura, oh yes, a cousin, means she is saying about this Don Gonzalo, a cousin. Yes, by saying this, I remember one thing. Even my friend, means my friend is none other than the Silver Maiden, the Laura Lorenta. Even she is saying that, yes, Laura Lorenta had written a letter for me saying about the love affair with the gallant lover. So, which was truly romantic. So, she felt that it was really romantic. She's saying lie. Okay, let's see what more how much lie is she going to say. He, your cousin. He means is none other than your cousin. Donna Laura is saying he means the lover, your cousin, passed by an horseback every morning down the rose path under her window and tossed up to her balcony a bouquet of flowers which she caught. Very simple. See, tossed means throw. What the lover used to throw? The bouquet, the flower bouquet. Now she was in her window. Okay, can you remember a villa? I had told a duplex kind of home, right? And in the first floor, if she's standing in a window, he used to come. What Donna Laura is saying that your cousin would come on the horseback every morning and throw rose bouquet where my friend used to stand in the window and she used to catch the flower when he threw up. So, Don Gonzalo. And later in the afternoon, the gallant horseman would return by the same path and catch the bouquet of flowers she would toss him. Am I right? Now, Don Gonzalo is saying that. So, you're talking about your friend, right? Even I'm talking about my cousin, and I know what my cousin used to do, what he used to do by afternoon, right? He would come by the same path, and during that time, your friend, Donna Laura, your friend would throw the bouquet flowers, and my cousin used to catch. Am I right? He is asking. So, Donna Laura, yes, they wanted to marry her to a merchant whom she would not have. Simple. Donna Laura is saying that Laura Lorenta's family. Understand this, okay? Laura Lorenta's family had selected a person to marry her. He is none other than the merchant, a merchant. Okay, but Laura Lorenta was not loving him. He was loving the person, the gallant horseman, right? She was loving the gallant horseman, not the person which her family had selected. Donna Laura is saying. So, Don Gonzalo. And one night, when my cousin waited under her window to hear her sing, this other person presented himself unexpectedly. So Don Gonzalo is saying about one situation. So what one day my cousin was waiting to listen to the song what Laura Lorenta was singing just below her window of that building, of that villa. So all of a sudden this merchant came unexpectedly. He's saying Don Gonzalo. So let's see what's going to happen next. Okay, now Donna Laura and insulted your cousin. She's saying that, uh, and what happened? That merchant insulted your cousin, right? So she's saying in that way. Okay, very funny, no? So Don Gonzalo, see, both of them are very familiar with the story. That is the reason this dialogue is there. That is the reason this dialogue is there. See, and insulted your cousin means she know everything. This old lady know everything what is happening with that gallant horseman. Why? She is the same lady. Understand? She is the same woman who used to stand. She is none other than the silver maiden Laura Lorenta. That is the reason she is perfectly saying what was happening in that situation. Let's continue. So, Don Gonzalo, there was a quarrel. Quarrel means a fight. Fight between whom? The merchant and the gallant horseman, the lover and the person who the family people had selected for that beautiful girl. The fight started. Donna Laura and later a duel. Duel means fight. So later there was a fight between them, correct? She's asking to Don Gonzalo. So Don Gonzalo, yes, at sunrise on the beach, and the merchant was badly wounded. So what Don Gonzalo is saying that merchant whom the family member had selected for that beautiful girl, right? So that merchant was completely wounded. My cousin had to conceal himself for a few days and later fly. Means why conceal means hide. Why his cousin hide hid himself because the merchant was of superior family. If the people in Mercila would know that there was a fight between the great rich person and this horseman, then they would definitely kill him. So he ran away from that place. So Donna Laura, you seem to know the story well. So Donna Laura is saying that, see, you know everything about the story. How is it possible in that way? She's saying. So Don Gonzalo, and so do you. So Don Gonzalo is saying that even you know everything about the story. Don Gonzalo is saying to Donna Laura. So Donna Laura, I have explained that a friend repeated it to me. Means Donna Laura is saying that, see, I know about the story. Why? Because my friend told everything about that story. That's why I know everything about the story. In this way, she is trying to say lie. Funny, right? Understanding? No, Don Gonzalo, as my cousin did to me. Means as your friend told everything, explained everything, no? In the same way, my cousin also explained about his love affair, everything to me, he is saying. And in his mind, he's saying, this is Laura. Means he came to know that Donna Laura, the 70 years old woman, is none other than the Laura Lorenta, the silver maiden. In his mind, he's saying he came to know, even she came to know that is, see, Donna Laura aside means in her mind, why tell him? He does not suspect. Means she is thinking that I think Don Gonzalo do not know everything. Why to tell him? Why to reveal the truth? Why to tell him that Laura Lorenta is none other than me? Me means Donna Laura. She don't want to say. So Don Gonzalo, in his mind, what he's saying, she is entirely innocent. Means even he is feeling that Donna Laura is very innocent lady, old lady, even she don't know who I am, but both have come to know that they are the same sad lovers of the past. Funny, right? So let's continue. Donna Laura. Now she will ask a question. And was it you, by any chance, who advised your cousin to forget Laura? Simple. Donna Laura is asking, hey, you told that Gonzalo is your cousin, right? So did you advise to forget that beautiful girl Laura? She's asking. So Don Gonzalo, why? My cousin never forgot her. So Don Gonzalo is saying that he means my cousin did not forget her any time. So Donna Laura, how do you account then for his conduct? Means Donna Laura is saying that how can you say like that? I know everything. How can you say? So Don Gonzalo means she wants some proof. Donna Laura wants the proof and what had happened after the fight. After the fight, what had happened? Don Gonzalo had ran away, right, from that place after the fight, fearing that someone would kill him. So Donna Laura wants to know what had happened after the fight when he had ran away from the place Mercila. Okay, so let's see what Don Gonzalo is going to say. It will be complete lie. Okay, now I will tell you, means he's going to tell what had happened after the fight. Where did he go? The young man took refuge in my house, means the cousin went to his house, fearful of the consequences of a duel with a person high regarded in that locality. I told, right, there was a fight between his cousin and merchant. His cousin meant himself and that merchant. So he's saying that he had come to my home. From my home, he went to Sevilla. It is also a place in Spain, okay? And then he came to Madrid. He wrote Laura many letters. Means his cousin, he himself had wrote many letters to Laura. He's saying some of them were verse. Verse means in poem. Letters wrote as poem. Okay. Now, but undoubtedly they were in, introspected by her parents. Means whatever letter was sent, her parents got the letters. Laura did not get the letters. He's saying, and for she never answered at all. Gonzalo then, in despair, believing his love lost to him forever, joined the army. Means what Gonzalo felt that she's not replying. I think it's over. So he went and in depression, what he did, he went and joined army, and then he went to Africa, and there in a trench met a glorious death, gasping the flag of Spain and whispering the name of his beloved Laura. So what he's saying that, see, after that he went to army, he fought victoriously, he died for the country holding the flag in his hand, and he died saying Laura's name. So he was saying complete lie, no? So Donna Laura, in her mind, what an atrocious lie. Such a big lie she is saying because she already know Don Gonzalo, who is Don Gonzalo. So she's saying what a way did he lie. It is really a big lie, atrocious lie. Donna Laura is saying in her mind. Now, Don Gonzalo, in his mind, after saying such big lie, what Don Gonzalo is saying in his mind, I could not have killed myself more gloriously. Understand myself. Why he's saying Don Gonzalo? Why he's saying myself? I told you, right? He is the same person, the gallant horseman, and Donna Laura is the same girl, Laura Lorenta, the silver maiden. So he's saying in his mind, this I could not have killed myself more gloriously. So he's saying in his mind. So let's see what actually conversation is going on. Now, Donna Laura listening to such big lie. In her mind, what she's saying, what an atrocious lie. And but actually, what she's saying, you must have been prostrated by the calamity. Means by listening to the death of your cousin, your heart may be broken, right? Actually, uh, she is saying this actually, but in her mind she is saying what an atrocious lie. Understanding, isn't it funny? Now, so Don Gonzalo, yes indeed senora, yes indeed madam, my heart was broke because my cousin died, as if he were my brother. Means he was like my brother. I That's why my heart broke when I heard about his death in battlefield. I presume, though, on the contrary, that Laura in a short time was chasing butterflies in garden, indifferent to regret. So Don Gonzalo, what he's saying, after my brother's death, I think after my cousin's death, I think my cousin's love Laura was there. No, what she did, I think she was chasing butterflies, means chasing other boys in this world, and indifferent to regret means I think she's suffering from a regret after chasing some other boys. Instead of chasing my cousin, she went behind other boys and she is feeling regretted. Don Gonzalo is saying. So, Donna Laura, what she's saying? No, senor, no. Senor means sir, okay? What Donna Laura is saying? No, sir, no. She was not like that. I know my friend. She's not like that. No, sir, no, she's saying. So, Don Gonzalo, it is a woman's way. So what Don Gonzalo is saying? See, I know how women will be, and it is women's way. This is what they are going to do. After a boy die, they will be behind other boys. I know everything. Don Gonzalo is saying. So Donna Laura, even if it were woman's way, the silver maiden was not of that disposition. Disposition means Laura, the silver maiden, was not that kind of girl. Now she is saying a big lie. Let's see how this lie will be. Okay, my friend awaited news for days, months, and years, and no letter came. So Donna Laura is saying that my friend was waiting for your news, but there was no news. So one afternoon, what she did, just at sunset, as the first stars were appearing, she was seen to leave the house, and with quickening steps went her way towards the beach. The beach where her beloved had risked his life. Can you remember the beach where the fight was taken place between the merchant and the gallant? That beach. So Donna Laura is saying that her friend went to that beach. She wrote his name on the sand and then sat down upon a rock, her gaze fixed upon the horizon. The waves murmured their eternal threnody, means songs of dead person, and slowly crept up to the rock where the maiden sat. The tide rose with a boom and swept her out to sea. Very simple to say. Donna Laura is saying that the Silver Maiden, her friend, committed suicide in the memory of her lover in that sand, in that beach, in that sea. She committed suicide. Donna Laura is saying such a big lie. Okay, let's see what Don Gonzalo will say. Good heavens means, oh my God, he's shocked in that way. So, Donna Laura, the fishermen of that shores who often tell that the story affirm that it was a long time before the waves washed away that name written on the sand. So, Donna Laura is saying that this is the story what the fishermen was are saying. This is very quite common. If you go and ask, the fisherman will say the same story. But in her mind, what she is saying, you will not get ahead of me in decorating my own funeral. Very simple. What she's saying, Donna Laura is saying that, see, you have told such a big lie, right? But my lie is really much greater than your lie, and that is why she's saying you will not, you means Don Gonzalo, you cannot get ahead of me. Decorating means saying lie in decorative way. My own funeral, understand, my own funeral. Here Don Gonzalo told about killed myself, right? In story, in this lie story, he had killed himself gloriously, right? So even Donna Laura is saying herself that she had decorated her own funeral, saying such decorative lies. Understanding? Clear till here? Now let's see what's going to happen. So Don Gonzalo, in his mind, she lies worse than I do. Means even Don Gonzalo came to know. Now it is clear that Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura both have come to know that they both are the same old lovers. They are no more any strangers. Clear? Now, Donna Laura, poor Laura, Donna Gonz Don Gonzalo, poor Gonzalo. So both are saying, are pretending that they believe that whatever lie is told is true. That is why they are saying that very poor of Donna, very poor of that Laura. Donna Laura is saying about her friend, and Don Gonzalo is saying about his cousin in that way. Now, but in her mind, what she's saying, Donna Laura, I will not tell him that I married 2 years later. Understand? So Donna Laura got married. Can you understand this line? Don Gonzalo, it is a woman's way. What is woman's way? After a lover is gone, women will chase behind the butterflies in the garden, indifferent to regret. So understand, she got married 2 years and she is all alone now. This is what Don Gonzalo wanted to say. It is woman's way. But what did Donna Laura say? That kind of girl. She's not. Silver Maiden was not that kind of girl. She understand. Even if it were woman's way, the Silver Maiden was not a test position. Means she was not that kind of girl. But she got married. Clear? Don Gonzalo, in his mind, in 3 months I ran off to Paris with a ballet dancer. Even he is saying the same thing. Even he got married and he is getting regretted. Even he got married when he ran off. See, he had ran after this fight, right? There was a fight between the merchant and himself. So after that, he ran off with a ballet dancer. So even he is in regret. He is in a sad love, breakup love story. So Donna Laura, fate is curious. Here are you and I, completely strangers, met by chance discussing the romance of old friends of long ago. We have been conversing as if we were old friends. Now Donna Laura is remembering what had happened. They had came to garden completely strangers and now they are talking just like an old friends. So Don Gonzalo, yes, it is curious considering the ill-natured prelude of our conversation. Curious means it's really very strange. At starting we were rude, talking so rude. Now we are talking so friendly. So, Donna Laura, you scared away the birds. Means at starting, what had happened when Don Gonzalo was coming inside in search of bench, he scared away the birds, no? So, Donna Laura is saying in that way. So, Don Gonzalo, I was unreasonable, perhaps. Perhaps means maybe. And unreasonable means I was disturbing. I was disturbing maybe. I was disturbing you and your birds, he's saying. So, Donna Laura, yes. That was evident, but she's saying in sweetly means their both mood are now good. They have become a good friend, and that is why they are talking now in good way. Are you coming again tomorrow? Donna Laura is asking. Don Gonzalo, most certainly means most definitely. If it is a sunny morning, and not only will I not scare away the birds, but I'll bring a few crumbs. Now, what he's saying, I'll come definitely if it is sunny morning, and I'll bring few breadcrumbs for the pigeons. So, Donna Laura, thank you very much. Birds are grateful and repay attention. I wonder where my maid is. Petra signals her maid. Now what she's saying that, okay, thank you very much for if you're saying that you're going to bring breadcrumbs, and let me see where Petra. So Petra, she had given, Petra is her servant, Donna Laura's. Donna Laura had given permission 10 minutes to go meet the guard, right? So she'll signal her maid, she'll call. Now when she's signaling, she's turning behind. So behind her, Don Gonzalo, what is in mind, what he's saying, looking at Laura, whose back is turned. Okay, he's standing behind. No, 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 I will not reveal myself. I am Gertis now, means I'm ugly. he's saying that I'm ugly, I'll not reveal myself. Better that she recall the gallant horseman who passed daily beneath her window tossing flowers. So Don Gonzalo is saying that let she remember the same handsome person. Now I'm ugly, I don't want to reveal myself, but she already know who Don Gonzalo is. So now Donna Laura, here she comes. She means Petra. So her servant came. Don Gonzalo. That Juanito, he plays havoc with the nursemaid. Means he's saying that Juanito is always with nursemaids and looks towards right and signal with his hands. Now Don Gonzalo is calling his servant Juanito, and behind him Donna Laura, what she's saying in her mind, looking at Gonzalo, whose back is turned. Now Donna Laura is behind Gonzalo. No, I am too sadly changed. It is better he should remember me as the black-eyed girl tossing flowers as he passed among the roses in the garden. So even she don't want to reveal herself, and she's saying that let him remember that beautiful girl. Now I have completely changed. So in bracket, what action is going on? Juanito enters by right, Petra by left. She has a bunch of violet in her hand. Here she is none other than Petra. Petra have bought some flowers in her hand. Now Donna Laura. Well, Petra, at last you came back. She's saying, Don Gonzalo, Juanito, you are late. Don Gonzalo is saying that, Juanito, you are late. So Petra, to Donna Laura, she's talking to her manager, means her owner, Donna Laura. The guard gave me these violets to you, Senora. What she's saying, Madam, the guard gave me the flowers to give to you. She's saying, Donna Laura, how very nice. Thank him for me. They are fragrant. Now she's saying that, thank you so much, and say him that I thanked him, and these flowers are really very beautiful, and it fragrance is also beautiful. In bracket, as she takes the violet from the hands of maid, a few fell loose. Few loose one fell to the ground. Now observe this situation, okay? Now Petra had bought some flowers, right? She's handing over to Donna Laura. What Donna Laura did? She intentionally made some flowers to fall on the ground while taking the bunch of flowers. Now, Don Gonzalo, my dear lady, this has been a great honor and a great pleasure. Means he is saying that it was really great to meet you. So, Donna Laura, it has also been a pleasure to me. Even Donna Laura is saying that even she is happy meeting Don Gonzalo. So, Don Gonzalo, goodbye until tomorrow. So, he's saying goodbye until tomorrow. So, Donna Laura, until tomorrow. Even she's saying, okay, okay, we'll meet tomorrow, okay? In that way. Don Gonzalo, if it is sunny. So, Don Gonzalo is saying that, yes, tomorrow I'll come, but if it is sunny, I'll come. In that way, he's saying, Donna Laura, a sunny morning. Will you go to your bench? So Donna Laura is asking, okay, if it is sunny, you're coming, right? So you'll go to your bench or you'll come sit with me? So Don Gonzalo, no, I will come to this if you do not object. So Don Gonzalo is saying that, so if you don't mind, I'll come, because she had told that this is my bench and you had to ask permission, if you remember, right? So now he's saying that if you do not object, he's asking the permission. So Donna Laura, this bench is at your disposal. Means it is all your, this bench is all yours, she's saying. So Don Gonzalo, and I will surely bring the crumbs. Crumbs means the food for pigeon. He's saying that I'll bring the food for pigeon also. So Donna Laura, tomorrow then. She's asking, okay, tomorrow we'll meet, right? So Don Gonzalo, tomorrow. Oh, okay, definitely we'll meet tomorrow. So in bracket, the action is going on. Remember, okay, some flowers had fallen on the ground while taking from her servant's hand. Laura walk away toward right, means she's exiting the park, sup- supported by her maid Gonzalo, before leaving with Juanito trembling and with a great effort stoops to pick up the violets Laura dropped. Just then Laura turns her head and surprises him picking up the flowers. Understand? He's picking up the flowers which Donna Laura had dropped, and she is surprised. Juanito, what are you doing, senor? Means he's surprised. He's shocked. He's very old. Even though his joint pain is there, he is trying to pick up those beautiful flowers. So Juanito, what he's saying, sir, sir, what you're doing, sir? In that way, he's asking. Don Gonzalo, Juanito, wait, 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 he's saying to his servant. Donna Laura, in her mind, what she's saying? Yes, it is he. Means now she's getting confirmation completely that Don Gonzalo is the same gallant horseman, the brave lover when she was young. Now, Don Gonzalo, even in his mind, he's saying it is she with and no mistake. And even he came to know she's the same girl, the silver maiden. Donna Laura and Don Gonzalo wave farewell. Means they wave their hand. They'll say bye. Bye. Both will say bye and exit. Donna Laura. Can it be that this is he? Now she is thinking in her mind and asking to herself, maybe this person is the same person whom I loved when I was young. So Don Gonzalo, heavens, is it she? Even he is asking the same question to himself. They smile once more, as if she were again at the window and he below in the rose garden, and then disappears upon the arms of their servants. They both go with the help of their servants, and they were smiling at each other as if they used to smile when they were young. Clear till here? Now this come to the end, curtains. So, if you remember, they both were familiar with the same topic of book they had selected to read. If you remember, they were reading about all sad love stories, right? Written by Campomore, right? So, they were reading sad story because their love story was also sad love affair. Understand? So here we'll end this romantic funny story. Okay, so if you guys have any doubt regarding this unit, you can ask it in the comment section, and if you like my video, please hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. Meet you guys in my next video.